minute and talk about mood when it comes to Writer's Workshop. You know how when we're teaching the difference between mood and tone to our students, the way I do it is I say tone is what the author's attitude is about the subject. So the T stands for there, I guess. But the M, when we say mood, the M stands for me, how it makes me feel, which are two different things. And the mood of a piece of writing and then the mood in a room is very important. And whenever I'm doing Writer's Workshop, I make sure that the setting itself in which they're writing feels different. This is very similar to how real authors work in the real world. They do certain things to set up their environment so that it signals to the brain that we're doing something different. We're doing something special. We're focusing, we're writing, we're tapping into this other part in our head. And it's super important to kind of like send these signals to our brains that, oh, okay, we're going to perk up here and do something a little different. So what I like to do in my room is I turn off the fluorescent lights, the overhead ones. I put up like twinkle lights around the room, and then I project on the slide really big on the screen there. These slides I'll show you in a minute. They're quotes from different authors, just about writing itself and the love of writing. And in the background of each of these images, there's like a library scene from across the world kind of stuff. And it's got these twinkle lights, and it has a really wonderful like feel to it. And my students love coming in and just looking up at the screen to see what's the new quote, what does the library look like, who is it written by, do we know who that author is it an adult author, a kid author, whatever. And we have a quick little discussion. It just kind of gets them into the mood of like, okay, we're going to write, and here we're entering the room and it feels totally different. That's a really good idea for just kind of setting up your writing's workshop and showing them that this is going to be unique and fun. So let me go to the screen and I'll show you what these slides look like. So there are 3 things that I do to set the mood when I have Writer's Workshop. The first thing I do is I look at my lighting in the room and I turn off my overhead lights if I can. Turn on the twinkle lights, on my lamps, all that. Those who are working on paper get to go closer to the window if they need to, but my kids who are on computers just love being in that low light. They love that. Another thing you can do if you can't turn off your lights is something that indicates things are a little different. So you could do even like a tablecloth with a plant on it or something that shows that things are a little bit different. And I like to have Writer's Workshop after a break or in between passing periods, so that they get to enter the room. Other thing I do is music. You'll hear a little music playing in the background right now. I have writers playlists that I use from YouTube and Spotify. They're all instrumental, and the students suggest ideas too. That's actually how I got this idea for the one that's playing, which is Western instrumental, which I am now obsessed with. And they love writing the Western instrumental. It's kind of funny. The third thing I do is I use these inspirational slides up on the screen. So that also provides a little bit of light as well. It has an inspirational quote on it from an author. Some are adult, some are for kids. The students love coming in and just reading what the quote is each time, trying to figure out who the author is and if they know who they are. So I'll take you through some of these slides so you kind of see what I do. It's just on the background of like a library scene that's sort of a little translucent, and then quotes with twinkle lights on them. So it provides a little bit of light in the room as well. So it's kind of fun when they come in and they're like, who's that? They all know who Stephen King is. William Wordsworth, all that. Beatrix Potter and Nora Roberts, one of my favorite too. The other thing I do year round is I have quotes up on the wall. And these are quotes from middle grade books that are like beloved. So they should know for the most part what these books are. So what you could do is even make this interactive with quotes on your wall. So on mine, on the bottom right, I have the author's name and the title of the book, but you could cover it up with a Post-it note or something. Have the kids guess which book they think this is from. You could even display 1 or 2 of the books on a counter in front of it and tell them it's one of these books. Which one do you think matches with this one, and kind of change it up as you go just to keep them wondering and guessing. So I'm going to let you enjoy a little Western music. I hope that helped. I'll leave all the links to these down below. Thanks.